is another little fur clip here. Look how pretty is this one. Oh, you're so welcome. It's been my pleasure. So here is another lovely fur clip. Look how pretty she is. Ah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I will. So this is very pretty. This is on the smaller size, but you can see it's got glass and rhinestone accent. She's absolutely lovely. She's not marked, but her clip is fabulous. You know, her prongs are beautiful. So she is running now. Oh, thank you, friends. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Absolutely beautiful things tonight. Thank you for your bid, Immortal. It is really a beauty. All right, congratulations. All yours. Oh, hold on 1 second. Grab my little jewelry bags. Put things in. All right, let's see what we have next. Going down the list. All right, so this one, oh, I forgot to change the, when I pulled these out of the store, I forgot to change my, let's hope that this cooperates. There we go. Okay. Talk to myself. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, it worked. So this is really interesting. So it comes in this box, right? The box alone is so pretty. But look at this. How cool and quirky are these? So these are scarf tubes from Ann Cahill. And they are really in fabulous condition. I would say brand new, never used. They do have some weight to them. They come with this fabulous little book, okay? And it shows you the different ways you could, so here's your tube, right? The different ways that you could use your tube on your scarves. Isn't that cool? So it adds like a little bling, can hold your pieces together. Put them side by side. It's like scarf jewelry. This one is really neat, right? They've used it to make a belt. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. They've used it to turn their scarf into a necklace, even in their hair. Like, look at that. All the different things that you can do with your scarves and your scarf tubes. So these, you know, you get the whole set. That is running now. Hello, everybody. So you get the whole set with the little book. It tells you how to turn your scarf tubes into scarf jewelry. Totally, like, I was like, wow, that's interesting. I never had come across those before. Yeah, right? Really cool. All right, we are going to start with all the small stuff before we head into the hats and bags and all that stuff. All right, so this is just, it comes in your Avon box. Okay, the Avon box has seen better days. It's not in the best condition. Yeah, right? Really different. This does not have a year on it on the box. So, but I'm going to say it's probably 80s. But it's a little stick pin butterfly from Avon. Still in the box. Nice condition. She's running now. Cute little stick pin there. All right. Let's see. All right. Thank you for your bid. All right, she's all yours. There. Right. Let's see. I see a pre-bid. Okay. Gonna pull this pre-bid up. Oh, you're so welcome. I enjoyed it. I am so happy that all of you hopped aboard. Such beautiful things. All right, next up. Oh, you're welcome. Next up is this absolutely beautiful butterfly alligator Klipbret Cloyson, if I'm saying that correctly. You can see all the detail. She has some minor wear on her, but overall, her enamel and everything is gorgeous. And here is the back. It is marked DC and made in Taiwan. But a really pretty piece. So that is running now. Thank you, Monica, for your bid. She is really pretty. All right. Congratulations. Oops. Okay. So again, friends, if welcome aboard. If you see something in the corner, you can't hang around, but you want to take a chance, just you want to see it more, let me know and I'll pull it up for you. Let's see. All right. So next up, I have this lovely gem here. Look at this. This is really cool. Where is my tape measure? So I do have measurements and pictures of the things that I pre-listed with rulers. So you can check those out. But I'll try to show them as well. So this is how long this one is. Okay. But look how pretty this is. So you have your faux pearl, your rhinestone accent there. And it's gold tone metal. The metal has a little bit of wear, but overall it is pretty nice. Right? A little bit. But watch this. Look at that. Oh, isn't that amazing? Look at that. Folds out into this lovely comb that is in really nice, really nice condition overall. But just a beauty. A switchblade comb. Yes. Exactly, right? Really, it is beautiful. So that is running now. That's funny. I can't unsee that now. But so pretty, right? They used to take such care in their things, right? When they made them. So pretty. All right, we'll put that to the side. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Next up, we have this piece here. A scarf clip. I know we had so many beautiful scarves shown tonight that I know I walked home with one or two of them. So here is some scarf jewelry for you. So it is gold tone, very nice shape with the faux hematite center. There is your back, and your loop is in great condition. Really pretty. Yes, right? When Zuko, he's constantly combing with his comb. That's funny. Yes. See, now I'm going to have to go watch Grease when I'm done here for the 5,000th time. I love Grease. Love it, love it. My junior year in high school, I was a drama girl, a drama geek. And my junior year in high school, I was Frenchie in our school musical. I won't tell you how many years ago that was, but It was a while ago. So, okay. Look at this, friends. Isn't this beautiful? So this talking about like they just took such care to display all different things, right? From their combs. Well, now you have the business card holder, right? Look at that. Really pretty. Has little accents on it. The metal is pretty nice overall. Not really, too much wear as far as like no turning or anything like that on the outside. And then here is when you open it up on the inside, and you guys can see me. I haven't had a shower. There is some scratching on there, but overall, it's a gem. Was my hair pink? I'm trying to think. Did I wear a wig? Yeah, I think I did wear a pink wig. During that scene when she did it. Yep. I still have my pink lady's jacket too in the back of my closet. It's pretty funny. All right, so this beauty here is running now for $7. Yeah. Yeah, my mom is a oh, thank you, Catherine. Thank you for your bid. This is really pretty. My mother is like an extraordinary seamstress, quilter, artist, everything, and she made the jackets. I'll never get rid of it. So, Miss Catherine, this beauty is yours. Congratulations. Yes. I have when I came across there was two of them. One had yellow roses. I kept that one for myself, and I have my cards in there, my South Jersey Mama Shop cards. So it's perfect. It's perfect for that. All right. Okay. Next up is this pretty belt buckle. You can see just silver toned butterfly. And here is the back. Really nice condition. Not super old. I mean, still vintage. But, newer vintage. So that is running now. Yes, me too. Yeah. This is my fun job, right? Probably 80s. That's what I would say. Yeah. This is like I enjoy I enjoy my real job. I work in education, one-on-one with a little boy who is on the spectrum. I love it to death. He's 4. That's my day job, and this is my side job. So. All right, let's see what we have next, friends. Oh, I forgot to pull those out. We're going to take that. I forgot to pull that one out. All right, let's do this one. Okay. All right. Corporate relocation excited. Oh, yeah. Definitely sounds night and day. But it sounds so interesting too. I love New York. Yeah. We are actually going to be like going up in a couple of weeks because it's been some time since we've gone, me and my boys. So we're going to be heading out to hang out on the weekend there. All right. So next up. Okay. So yep. I love my little guy so much. He was in preschool and he's going into kindergarten, and I asked if I could move up with him because I just thought it would be better. And so I get to move up with him. So I'm pretty excited about it. I love him so much. He's awesome and amazing. All right. So this is really pretty. silver metal toned. It does have glue residue. You can see the glue residue on there. So it does need some cleaning as far as the glue. But here is the back side of it. And there again, you can see that glue residue on there. But this is going to be running now for $6. All right, let's see. So if you are just hopping on, welcome. If I have run anything that you would like to see again, just let me know and I'll run it again for you. Let's see here. All right. We'll stick with some hair pieces. All right. Next up, I have this gem here. This is absolutely gorgeous. Silver toned with rhinestones. Stones are pretty nice. I don't really see any, dark or yellowing. And then this is how like it flips up. I just think this piece would be beautiful for a bride. There is your comb. It does have, I can't quite make out. Yeah, made in US. So it is a US made one. But absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, you're welcome. Yes. I love it. I love it. I had worked before. I'd just been back for a year and a half, and I had taken 7 years off. And prior to that, I worked for 10 years, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy the kids so much. I really do. And the teachers, my gosh, the teachers are fabulous. All right, so this beauty is going to be running now, friends, for $8. Go. This would also be pretty. This one too, I always think in a veil, like if you're like an art, like I always say artist, because I think people who, make jewelry or sew or quilt, like they're artists. So if you're someone that can like take things apart and do all the lovely things and all that, I love it. I'm very jealous. Said my mother and my sister are fabulous at it. It just skipped me. I love to look at it. And I love to give them projects to do for me. But it skipped me. I can do small little things, but not big stuff. All right, so this is a button, guys. This is a button. This is newer. Um, it's not really old, like super old. But there is your loops for your buttons. It does have a little bit of residue, like glue residue, where the glue has melted and then hardened back up again. But overall, it's a really pretty piece. Could we even upcycle it into a pen, a brooch or a pin? I'm gonna have to start that now. Thank you, ma'am, for your bid. It's really pretty. Love the dangle. Great piece. All right. Congratulations. I'll put that with your other piece there. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so I have some cufflinks. Here for the men in your life, or for yourself. I absolutely what's her name? Diane Keaton. She wears the most fabulous suits all the time, and she has like cufflinks, like gorgeous cufflinks on her suits. Like Annie Hall. I love her. She's awesome. So going to sew one of, oh, I love it. Oh, that'd be perfect. See, so you're an artist, like I was talking about. I love that. So what you'll have to do is come back in our community chat and like when you're done with it, put a picture in the chat so we can all see it. Because I would love to see that. All right. So this is a fabulous pair of cufflinks by Sarah Coventry. There is your Sarah Coventry mark. Yes, please do. Silver toned and, you know, with a hematite. I'm pretty sure it is a real hematite, maybe faux, but at any point they are super cool. Nice pair of cufflinks. So they are running now. This is the first time I've come across cufflinks from Sarah Coventry. Like I've all, you know, all of her jewelry, but never cufflinks. All right, let's see here. Oops. All right, so these are interesting. They're definitely handmade. They are Aurora Borealis. You can see the glue through them. And they're like, we have like that tie tack kind of end on them. So I don't know if they use them for their tie or they used them as cufflinks. But that is, I just thought they were interesting. Again, you can see the glue through the bottom there. So it gives it a little bit of like a yellow to the bottom because of the glue. You know, you could wear them like the tie tack, or you could take the tie tack off and maybe upcycle them to earrings. Yeah. But they are running out for $5. Definitely handmade. Yeah, someone glued them all together and made them like that. So you could probably get the beads off of there and upcycle them. Let's see. Now I have another pair of beautiful cufflinks. Look how pretty they are. So they are silver tones. These are a little, I feel like a little bigger for a cufflink. I'll show you. So they're, yeah, they're over maybe an inch. So they're pretty big, but very pretty. Silver toned etched with the blue glass. And here is the back of them. They are not marked, but they are in very nice condition. Really pretty. So they are running now. All right, let's see here. That one I completely forgot. Okay. Next up, I have a fabulous gold-toned hat pin. It's kind of like, you know, like that bisque. And it is a transfer. It's really pretty, but you can see right here where it looks like a transfer. Okay. And then it has your faux pearl and rhinestone accent on there. I think there was probably another bead right here, it looks like, that maybe has broken off. And here's the top as well, is a little worn. but it is still a pretty little piece. Here is the bottom, has some design on there. So that is running now for $4. Really neat old hat pin. All right, let's see here. All right, so these are fabulous, and I'm just going to pull my listing up so I can make sure. Yeah. I don't know why it's being wonky. Okay. Some of the price changes. Okay. So these are stunning. Okay. So these are cufflinks as well. I believe this is the check glass. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure that that's what that center is. Gold toned, lots of detail on there. Here is the back of them. They are, you can see, made in the US is what they are stamped. These are fabulous, really gorgeous, and they are on the bigger side. These would be pretty earrings. Like if you didn't want to use them as a cuff, they would be pretty earrings. So they're pretty big. So that is running now. Great pair. All right. All right. Next up, I have a pair from Dante. Silver tone cufflinks and tie tack set. See, they're really pretty. They're in the box. You can see the box is pretty nice. It has some staining on it from the years. Now, these don't look like they've been worn very much. That does come in the box, but that doesn't mean that they didn't just take care of them and like keep them in their box. But to me, they don't look like they've been worn too much. There's minor wear on them. Overall, they're pretty nice. So they are running now for 10. If we have anybody that knows anyone with S. A great monogram set. I thought I had listed, pardon me. Oh, here we go. All right, so this gem is 34.5 inches, this belt that I'm getting ready to show you. So it is a gold tone linked belt. Minor wear. Don't really see any discoloration or tarnish or anything like that. Oh, this is backwards. You can see then there's little flags. Kind of reminds me of like sailing. They're red, white, and blue. The sailing. So it has them across every so often. I said minor wear, not anything a whole lot. And then the ends of it has the hook. And then there is a bigger enamel. There's the back of that. There is no mark on there to know, who it is or anything like that. But it is a great piece. So that is running now. Really, Really neat piece. So like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a belt. You could use it as a necklace if you wanted. But a great piece. So welcome, friends. If you're just hopping on, I am Amy with South Jersey Mama Shop. Just going through the things I pre-listed, and then I do have a bunch of things I pulled that we will show. Oops. Making sure which one I just put up. Okay, so I'll show you this beauty here from Japan. It is in really fabulous condition. A really beautiful hand beaded clutch from Japan. I don't see any thing missing on it. Look how pretty that is. It is like a good size for your phone. Yeah, there you go. It's a good 7 inches by 4. Here is your zipper and your inside. And it doesn't smell that I can smell anything like that. Really no staining. There is your made in Japan. A little stain right there. Little teeny tiny mark I just noticed. You can see that right there. But overall, she's absolutely gorgeous. Just a beautiful hand beaded clutch, even down to the tag, the little thing here being. Hi, Jenny, welcome. So that one is running now for 20. If you've been on with me before, you've probably heard me say a dozen times how much I love Japan pieces, whether it is jewelry or their purses. They make fabulous pieces. This next one here is also 7 by 4. But it is more round, and it is from Japan as well. Faux pearls. These, you can see the other ones, these look like the brown turtle shell kind of color that is in there, that we beaded in there. Kind of like a heart, I guess, but really pretty. Here is the zipper and the inside. Let's see. And there's your, right down in here is your Japan. And the back does not have a design on it. Really pretty little clutch. Great for your, the necessities. If you have a smaller phone, I don't think an Apple phone will probably fit in there. But if you have a smaller phone, that would fit. Or just like your money and your cards, that kind of thing. Next up, I have this beauty here. It's another little clutch from La Regalia, New York. Still comes in the box. The box, has seen better days, but the person did keep it in their box. Here, this has the year stamped right on there, so 1956. And a really pretty, showing it out this way first. So it has a beautiful sequins and faux pearl design in there. Isn't that pretty? It's really nice all the way around. And then it has a snap, flap. And then here's your inside. Inside does have a little mark right there, but not super big. And some down in the bottom, like right in there. But overall, it's a gem of a piece. So that one is running out for 15. Really pretty. Like the design on the back. You can see it's kind of like a cross, an X there. All right. Next up, I have this gem here. This is from Hong Kong. I'm just reading, making sure that I'm telling you the right measurements. So it is 7 inches by 7 inches with 22-inch strap. So it hangs like 7 inches. Okay. So let me show you this. So this is Hong Kong, and it is like a drawstring, like a cinched. You can see like the cinched topping on there, like an elastic cinched topping on there. Cute little mini bag. Lots of details in there. You have your buttons and your beads. Really pretty. As far as I can tell, I don't really see any missing beads. There are some spots where I'm probably gonna be able to find it now. Like right in here where it looks like it's a missing, but I think it's just where they stopped the design. It doesn't appear that there was like ever one there, if that makes sense. Here is how they have the straps on there. Here's the other side. Even the straps are beaded. Again, here, there's no beads, but I think it's just because it came to the seam there. Pardon me, and they didn't continue the design. Oh, there's one missing right there. I stand corrected. There is one right there missing. Overall, it's a great piece. And it is, pull this, I can see, show you. There is the Hong Kong. It's tucked way in the bottom of the little purse there. So that is running out for 18. It's a cute, this would definitely fit your phone and like your money and your cards. A cute little piece. All right, let's see what else we have. All right, I have some vintage ties. Again, men in your life, or you can wear them yourself, right? Channel your inner Diane Keaton. So this one is gorgeous. Look at this. Do we have any saxophone players? So this is 60-inch 1990s by Renaissance. Very nice condition. Here is, it is polyester made in Korea. And there is your Renaissance, handmade, but a very nice, pretty cool tie there. So that one is running now. If you're a quilter, these ties are great for memory tie quilts. If you know anybody that does that, my mom has made them before. They look really awesome when they're all done. Let's see here. The next one is a 1950s Rhoda, and it was made in France, and it is 55 inches, and it is an acetate. And it's one of those really cool the skinnier the tie, interesting, I was looking tie information up. The skinnier the tie usually is the older it is. So this one is pretty, pretty thin, but a really cool design made with acetate. There is your Verdia woven in France, and a great 1950s piece. Oops, forgot to bring it to the thing. I'm so sorry. Let's pull that back up there. And that is running now. Really great. Cool piece. My oldest just graduated in not October, December with his political science degree, and he has been collecting ties. So he's got all kind of like really cool ties for his job. Let's see. Did I not? There it is. That's the Lawton one. Okay. So this is a 1960s 55 inches Lawton. Our lovely polyester. But Lawton is really known for some cool pieces. Look at this. In your 1960s, your ties were very wide. Let me show you how wide this one is. This is the bottom. How wide that is. Really wide. Super cool. The design is beautiful. Really cool, beautiful floral. And let's see. There is your Lawton, and it even has your original price tag still on there. How cool is that? So that one is running now for $8. Oops. All right. This is another cool piece. This is these are all handmade. I don't know if I said that or not. This one's 51 inches. And this is by the designer Rooster from the 1960s. And Rooster is a pretty collectible tie brand. Don't know too much about ties, but when I was, researching everything, I found that this is a pretty collectible design. So it's kind of like an abstract deal, right? Really pretty. And there is your Rooster. That is, why is it not? Bear with us. Bear with me, friends. We've been having trouble all through this train with our pre-bits, like not moving when we're telling them to or not showing up. Why won't this move over there? Give me a second here. What is happening? Let me try this again. There we go. Gosh, that was weird. All right, so that one is running. Gorgeous Rooster. Rooster brand. All right, let's see. Next up, we have a 1980s Hardy Amy's necktie. Going to be a Dresden plate design. And I think it's silk, but it could be a blend, but I think it's silk. And this is pretty fabulous. There it goes. It's like a delay. Gosh. All right. So look at this. Dresden plate. If you're familiar, it's like a German, Dutch German, the Dresden plate design. Really fun, fabulous colors. The red, yellows, and blues. And here is the Hardy Ames of London. They're also really well known for their ties, their higher end ties. Hey, Miss Lori, welcome. So this one is running out for $8. Really cool 1980s. Amy's piece. So if you are just hopping on Friends and you see something I've already run that you would like me to run again, just give me, just ask. And I will do that for you. All right, let's look at some of these hats. Okay. So this first one, let's see. Oh, good, for goodness sake. Why won't you move over? What is happening? There we go. Goodness gracious. All right, so this next one, this first one that I'm going to show you is a fabulous beaded brocade designed by Amy in New York for John Wanamaker, and I'll show you that on the inside in just a minute. Look at this design. So this is definitely, it's handmade, right? These hats are all handmade. Really, really beautiful. This right here is towards the bottom, and it appears to be tied off. Nothing's falling off of it. Now, the veil on here has seen better days. Okay. So the veil, I left it because of that's so you could, the integrity of what the hat looked like when it was made, but it's seen better days. So that is going to have to be removed and replaced. Here is the inside, right? I really don't see anything like stains or anything like that on the inside. There is your Amy designed for New York's John Wanamaker. And let me see. Could I measure it? Yeah, 21 inches. All right, so it is an absolutely gorgeous billbacks of a hat. That is running now for 20. Isn't it so pretty? It's really pretty colors. I meant to bring out my mannequin head to put the heads on. And I forgot to do that. And it's completely in the other room. So, all right. Next up, I'm going to read from because my brain, I got like such bad brain fog. I'm going to read from my listing. So the next one is going to be a 20.5 inches. Okay. 20.5 inches. And it is a fabulous, come on, there we go. A fabulous, I love this one. Not you, friend, we'll come back to you. Look at this. Isn't she stunning? So she is made by Peach Bloom, and she is a velour. And look at her. She's really in nice condition. You have the top of the hat, which is how it's supposed to be, like indented in that. I believe there's a little spot here and a couple of little spots here that I think are watermarks. I think that whoever wore this at one point, maybe was walking down the street in the rain and hopped out of the rain real quick and got a couple spots on there. But they're not super noticeable. There is the bow, and there is your peach bloom velour, handmade in the US. It says it's a medium. It measures 20.5 inches. So it is a stunning 40s hat that is running now. Really beautiful hat in absolutely beautiful condition overall. I love it. I love it. Really pretty. I don't know if anyone watches or has watched The Midwives. I'm trying to think if I watch it on Netflix or Amazon. Midwives, about girls that are nurses during the World War II in London. It's a British show. They wear those hats on there. It's a really good show. If you get a chance to check it out, the fashion's great when they're not nurses in their nursing uniforms. But it reminds me of that. Okay. So next up, this one is gorgeous. Off of my bum and get it here. This is another pillbox. It is a chocolate brown color, and it is velvet. Got a little fuzz on there. Has this bow on the side with these orange lucite beads. This is around the same. It's either 20 or 21. So it's 20.5 inches. So these were all from the same estate. So the woman obviously had them all handmade. So they're all around 20.5 inches, these few hats here. It's pictures and the camera doesn't do this justice. It's a really nice chocolate brown velvet pillbox. The netting on here, I think this one is pretty nice. Maybe a couple spots. Yeah, there's a spot there and a spot at the bottom. So I would probably still use it because it's not like a whole like ginormous spots, or you could take it off. But the bottom line is like this part of the pill hat is really nice. Here is your stamped Union made. And there's no like sweat marks or anything like that on the inside. But a really lovely hat that's running now for 20. Isn't this so pretty? Hard to put those to the side. Okay. I think. Oh, here we go. So this one is another. She probably had it made at the same time. This one is another Union made, and it's just a bow. Probably, I think it feels like polyester to me. It's just a bow with netting, and then the netting has these little balls throughout. And let me see, the netting's pretty good on this as well. So it's like a veil, a veil on there. The netting is pretty good on this. So they would put the bow and then have the veil over their face. So that is running now for 4. And I forgot to show you the Union made. There is your Union made mark. Again, kind of hard to measure, but I would say that if you wore like around the 20, it's probably from the same estate. So I think it's probably around a 20, 20 and a half. All right. All right, let me show you some things that I did not get a chance to list. So first up is this gem here. It is, I believe it's a belt buckle. Okay, so it has rhinestones all in it. You can see that, and then the pink glass center. And here is, there's some metal wear, and you can see it's imperfect, right? It's not straight, but it's super cool. Here is the back. Like I said, I think it's a belt buckle. Maybe it's a scarf, like a scarf accessory. It almost, I feel like this has like a pot metal kind of bottom to it, like it was made with pot metal. So if there's anybody that can verify what they think it is, it's like a belt, maybe a belt buckle or a scarf, something with a scarf. But it's a really, really pretty. I'm going to take a quick picture. I don't really know. I think it's pot metal. Buckle / scarf. All right, so that is running now. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a pot metal, so it is old. It's going to be older. But a pretty piece. Maybe an upcycle piece? I'm not sure. All right. Next up, let me grab. This is, I'm calling it a book accessory. It is by Trifari, like a book, not a book accessory, book jewelry. Okay. It is a monogrammed Trifari bookmark. Hold on here. Just thought it was interesting. Never came across from Trifari anything other than the jewelry. So it comes in the Trifari box, right? Let's see if it says. Yeah, it doesn't say. I got it at an estate. It doesn't say what exactly it's supposed to be. First, I thought it was like one of the collars, but it's definitely a bookmark, right? It's definitely a bookmark. So it's brand new in the box still, and there's like an enamel, black enamel, and then the L rhinestones. I don't know if Lori, there's Trifari bookmark. I've never seen Trifari do anything but jewelry. So that is running now. If I had to guess, it's probably 80s. Like from the this Trifari design is an 80s design. But is that interesting? Has anyone else seen Trifari do like bookmarks like that? I have not. All right. Next up, I have this belt. It's pretty cool. Is handmade by, I'm just reading my tag here. Handmade by Preston, made in New England. And it's stamped 26 inches. Look at this. It's a belt, hand embroidered sailboats. So I'm going to grab a quick picture. Oops. Picture of that. Embroidered belt. Okay. So here is the buckle on this. Okay, pretty nice. Feels like leather. Again, it is 26 inches. There's your Preston. And then it is, excuse me, embroidered onto what feels like a ribbon, right? And then hand sewed onto with a blanket stitch onto the belt. These beautiful sailboats. Look at that. I like that one's pretty. And then here is your end. This one, this is where the person wore it the most, obviously. So that has a little wear right there, but still pretty nice. So a fabulous sailboat belt. That is running now for $7. Made in New England. Oops. Right there. All right, friends. All right, guys, I have a fabulous mirror. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? It's so pretty. Let me grab a picture of it. Cannot spell tonight. Why am I yelling at you with the capital letters? Let's try that again. Okay, angel mirror. Okay, so this puppy is heavy. You can see she's got some wear. She needs some cleaning up, some polishing. I've not tested anything. I don't know that she's silver. Don't think she is. But is she not fabulous? Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Look at the angel. Again, needs some cleaning up and some polishing. Here is the handle. It's really ornate, right? Isn't that gorgeous? Here is the front of it. Hello, everybody. The mirror, there's no crack. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but it's not a crack. I don't know. That might just be part of the design because I see it around over here as well. A little bit of some scratching on the mirror at the top, but overall, it is a gem. Does have some weight to it for sure. Let me see something. I gotta make sure that I switched this over. Yeah, that is not going to cost that much. Okay. So that should be running now. It's where, hi, Unique around the corner. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, see, this is the first time I've done anything with mirrors. It just happened to be in a lot that I got. But she's really pretty. Gotcha. So it's wear on the mirror from behind. Okay. See, I'm always learning. She's really pretty. All right. Let's see. And then I have this lovely piece too. Let me grab a screenshot of it. This mirror here. This one is also pretty heavy. Okay. And this one is oversized. So this is really like this one I feel like is a weapon. It is so let me get my tape measure so I can show you how big this hand mirror is. All right. It is gosh. It is 14 inches, friends. It is very long. Little bit of, some scratching going on right here, but there's no cracks that I can see in the mirror. And here is it's a lucite, I believe it's a lucite mirror. It's very overall pretty nice. A little bit of like pitting right here. Here is the back of her. Kind of hard, little pitting, little bit. I think that'll come off. But a really cool piece. So she is running now for $7. Again, she is heavy. All right, let's see what else we have. So next up, I have a 1960s Melee, I believe, MELE jewelry box. It is in pretty nice condition. Grab a shot. Come on. All right, friends, let me try this again. There we go. It's like not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so this is a 1960s mini jewelry box. Not going to hold too much. I just do my measure it and show you. So it is about 9 inches. So maybe like a travel box, 9 inches by 5 inches. Pretty nice condition. Some minor vintage wear, but overall, the hinges and everything are really great. The design is beautiful. Here is the inside. There is your relay and your compartments. So pretty nice, pretty nice condition. So that is running now for 10. Yeah, probably a brush and comb. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. My grandma had a set very similar to that one. Thank you, Catherine, for your bid. All right, congratulations. That is all yours. Like, it is really a cool piece. I love the design. She's a gem. Yeah, my grandmother had one pretty similar to this. Like the comb and the brush was like that brushy, like the white soft brush kind of brush on the hairbrush. Yeah. Traveling to your oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. Yes. Catherine, you're gonna totally have to like whip it out in front of some famous spot and take a picture and show it to us. That'd be amazing. All right, friends, let's see what we have next. Okay, I'm going to have to get up off of my bum. All right, so now I'm going to, oh, I didn't show these. I thought I showed all my stuff. I showed all of them. Bear with my brain frog friends. I didn't show these. I pulled these, but didn't show them. So these are shoe clips, and they are fabulous. Let's get ready to clear my table so I can bring out my bigger purses that I didn't get a chance to list. Whoops. We're going to call these Bow Rhinestone shoe clips. Okay, these are beautiful. Okay. Yes. Yes, it's definitely small enough for your travel suitcase, for sure. Okay. So next I have these. Aren't these pretty? These are shoe clips. Gorgeous rhinestone bows. This one, you can see that the stone is darker on that one. See it right there? So that one does have a little bit of a dark stone on it. Overall, these are beautiful. These are fabulous. Look at those. They're gorgeous. So pretty. Could totally take a pair of black flats today or red, pop them on there. Be beautiful. So that is running now. Hey, Misbehave, welcome. Gorgeous pair of shoe clips. These would be a great pair to upcycle to earrings, I feel like. Again, if you're a jewelry artist, which I am not. Yes, aren't they cute? They are cute. Why I popped out of there for a second. Okay. I want to clear these things to the side a little bit because I have some purses that I had pulled and did not get to like write up or anything. So I want to make sure I have enough space to show you all. Look at this gem. All right. I'm going to grab a picture of it and then I'm going to talk about it because she is so cute. Making sure I'm spelling that right. So this is a Glenn Miller for Anne Turk, excuse me. And I'm just going to put that. It's the only one I have of this one. So I'm not going to put much more description than that. Okay. So let's look at this girl here. All right, so this is really, really gorgeous. Glenn Miller for Anne Turk purse. They made a lot when I was doing research, made a lot of like alligator stuff. I don't know for sure that that's what this is, but it is, it is a stunning piece. Here is the clip, right? The clasp on this. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? A little bit of metal wear right there. Here is the underside of that. I'm just trying to show you all the outside before I show you the inside of it. It is in really, really nice condition. It is small, friends. Oh my gosh, it's so small. Look. This is how big. You see that? So it is not a very big purse at all. it's kind of wide. You could, you know, shove quite a bit in there, but then look at the inside. The inside pulls out. Look how long that is. It is so long. I didn't even measure it. It is really long. Let's see. We'll do a measure guesstimate. So the drop is 25 inches. So the chain is 50 inches long. Chain is pretty nice on it. I really don't see, there's some minor vintage wear, but overall it is pretty gorgeous. Pretty nice. And then here is the Glenn Miller for Ann Turk. And it's just beautiful inside. There's no staining or anything like that in this purse at all. So absolutely fabulous. Like I said, they did a lot of alligator stuff. I don't know for sure because I am not a leather connoisseur. So I don't know if it is an alligator leather, but it is beautiful. It is stunning, right? It's a great one. So that one is running now for $20. It's a great piece. Thank you so much for your bid. She is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Congratulations. She is yours. She is a beauty. You are very welcome. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go over here and see what I pulled next. All right. So this next one is from, I'm just reading the name. I think this is a handmade. Yes, this is called a Madison Creation. Right there. And it is a really like oversized coin purse, it looks like, right? Let me just grab a picture. And I'm going to call it Madison Velvet. Big clutch. My dog like hears me in here. I apologize. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is really pretty. It is a like a velvet, black velvet. No picks or pulls in the velvet at all. Here is your top of your purse. Wish my light is like a little wonky. Here is the top of this. And your inside is really fabulous. Tissue to keep the shape in there. No stains, does not have a smell that I can smell, and I'm pretty sensitive to smells. So, and she is going to run, let's see here. Oops. She's really, really pretty. No straps. So she is about 9.5 by like 9. But really nice and soft, really pretty. Like I said, no picks in the velvet at all. I don't think it's a velour. I think it's a true velvet. So that is running now for 10. Really neat, oversized gem. No straps. Does not have a plaster straps either. A pretty piece. All right. Next up, I have a gold lame. Don't think this one, no, this one is not marked. Does not have a designer tag. So no designer name. What a fun gold lame piece. Let me grab this picture. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Try again. All right. I'm just going to put gold lame bag because it's the only gold lame I have tonight. Okay. All right. So she runs, let's see here, guys. So she's about 9 inches by 7, but she does have some give and some stretch, right? They put some darts in it. So here is the top of it. This does have some metal wear, you can see along it, but not, not too bad. I would probably, do it as, wear it as is myself because it's just kind of the character of the bag. But I do want to point that out. Beautiful little tassel on there. There is the back, some wear on your hoops from your chain. And here is the inside. The inside's pretty nice. I don't really see any standing stains or anything like that on them, but pretty. So that is running now for $8. And here is your chain on there as well. All right, let me see. Whoops, I'm sorry. Oh, the shoe clips. I'm sorry. So when I switch over, I don't always catch the comments. So I apologize for missing that. Were you talking about these shoes clips? Not sure. If you're still on here, I apologize that I missed them. So just let me know to just pop them in. If you come back on and you see that I can run these again, just let me know. I'm sorry I missed your comment there. Okay. All right. So next up I have, this is a 1980s La Regalia. I had shown earlier I'm pretty sure it's 80s. It could be a little older, but I'm pretty sure it's 80s because it has a corded drawstring. But this is the Regalia. Grab a picture. It is like that gunmetal gray color. Oops. So that one. There we go. All right, so this is a cute little gunmetal gray beaded, like a beaded mesh drawstring kind of purse from La Regalia. Really nice condition. Nothing's loose. Really pretty. Here are the drawstrings, right? See the cording? This is why I think it's 80s and not an older Regalia. Here is the kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can flip this way. That might be a little better. No staining. It's like a acetate kind of lining on there. Has a little pocket on the inside. And there is your tag there. These straps are going to run. They're 46 inches, so it's a 23-inch drop. So it definitely will fit your, all the essentials in there. That is running now for 10. Cute little drawstring clutch on there. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, so this is a handmade piece. Let me just measure it real quick, friends. So this is 13 inches by 10 inches. And I'm actually going to show it this way first. So it is a 1960s handmade patchwork, like little tote. Grab the picture. So it is the only 1960s patchwork I have. Oops. Having trouble spelling here. All right, so we're going to add that to the stream. Okay. So this is 1960s, handmade. I'm saying 60s because most of the fabrics in here are 60s, and patchwork was really 60s. They did a lot of patchwork. Now, that being said, some of these pieces, my mother is a quilt shop owner and has been for nearly 40 years, and she's a fabric expert, and I have come to be able to recognize fabrics myself. They probably used whatever they had in their stash, and maybe it was their grandmom's stash or their mom's stash, because this here is an actual 1800s fabric, not a reproduction, but an actual fabric, as well as, here it is again in here. And I'm fairly certain that this is a shirting from the 1800s. Okay, but then you do have some 60s prints in here, and this is a poly that's probably 50s. So probably made in the 60s, but all different years of the fabrics, if that makes sense. Here is the back of it. So a really really neat design. They've used some quilting blocks, like quilting design blocks in there. And here is the straps on it. Okay. I would, I have not washed this up. I would hand wash it. There's a little, like some of the whiting is a little turned, but it may just be, sometimes that will happen on your white fabrics just from sitting around. It may come out with a nice hand wash. Let me put this. Oops, sorry guys. Like a little camera's all wobbly. And then the inside, this is, I'm going to turn it around. So it's really reversible, right? If you wanted to reverse it, you can definitely reverse it. Okay. Then your inside, when you flip it around, this is your inside. There's your lining. So really pretty. And here's the top. And the stitching's pretty good. Okay, that's all hand done right there. That's called a blanket stitch. So a really nice little handmade patchwork tote. Just wanted to make sure I showed you all angles of it before I hit start on there. So that's running now for 10. It'd be good for the library or to, you know, cart around your basics. But a neat little piece with some cool fabrics in there. All right, let's see what else we have. I have a few more handmade pieces, handmade totes, if friends are interested. So this one is a larger handmade hobo bag, probably 70s. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of it. Oops. This is a great piece here. I'm just going to call it blue cord. Oops. Try that again. Blue cord tote. Hand hobo bag. I'm not sure how to describe it. Okay. So it's super cool. It's definitely your hobo shape, right? It has the round hobo shape to it. It is good, pretty good size. Oops. Let me measure that for you. So at its widest, it's just about 14. It's 12 and a half by 14. And the straps are pretty long. The straps are a good, let's see, they're 36-inch straps. So they have an 18-inch drop. All right, so it's a corduroy. No staining on the corduroy that I can tell. Does have like a darted bottom, so there it is a little, you know, wider. You're going to be able to get some things in there along this, you know, quite a bit. On the underside of your wide straps, you have this beautiful fabric here. It is handmade, and as such, handmaids sometimes can be imperfect. So your running stitches aren't the same or may not necessarily be straight, but in this kind of thing, it just adds to the character. And then inside, that lovely fabric is all on the inside as well. And then there is a pocket, one single pocket. But it is a really, really fun hobo kind of bag. So that is running now for 12. Great vintage handmade piece. Put all your essentials in there and then some. Love the fabric. Great piece. And I am going to try to get these purses in my shop as soon as I can. All right. Let's see here. Okay. This one is also handmade, but it is a modern piece. Okay. It is a modern piece, but it is beautiful. Let me show you. Let me take a quick picture. It is felted wool, which is fabulous. Let's see. We're just going to call it orange purse. Okay. So look at her. So she is a felted wool, orange. Everything about her is handmade. They have hand stitched the sequins on there, as well as a crocheted, like this is a flower, and this is crocheted in the middle here. Okay. They even made the little flower accents on the straps. This wool is fabulous. Do you see that? It's a great wool. Really nice quality. The artist has her name tag in there, Katie Mean. Beautiful blue checked insert, no staining or anything like this. I would venture to say this is pretty. Here's the back side. Back side has no design on it. Okay. You can see she's all one piece. It is a great piece. It runs, let's see. So it's about 13 inches by 7. And the straps are 22, so it has an 11-inch drop. Okay. So pretty fabulous. The colors are great. And I dare say she's felted the wool herself. So that is running now for $12. Really pretty handmade piece. Love it. Okay. All right. How we doing, friends? We hanging in there? Let's see. Oh, shoot. Where is it? Here it is. Gosh. All right. So this next piece is a pretty cool as well. Look at that. Hand woven burlap. Vintage bag. I am just going to call this hand woven yarn burlap bag. Okay, so let's check her out. So they have made a bag out of burlap and then just hand embroidered this really cool, colorful, bright and colorful design into this tote. Isn't that really awesome? Nice thick straps on there, all hand woven. Just beautiful. Here's the bottom. Bottom has a little bit of a darting in there, so it is a little wide. So you can get quite a bit in this puppy. It's great for travel, right? So you can have like kind of have a styling reusable bag for all your goodies. But really pretty. The inside is a corduroy as well. And it has a zipper pocket in there. Nice red corduroy. And let me measure for you guys. Let me measure because it's perfect. Like, I think like if you're out in the marketplace or something like that, it's just enough of a strap to have on your shoulder. So it is 15.5 inches by 9.25 inch. And then it's got about a 3-inch like expander on the bottom, like the darting. Then your strap is 19 inches. So it has a 9.5-inch drop on there. And I'm just double checking the inside. I had thought before that I had saw a small, yeah. I'll put it over here. So right in there, there's a maybe little less than a quarter size, a dark spot. I think would probably come off with some washing. I would hand wash it and let it air dry, or I'd put it if you have a hand cycle. I have a hand cycle that washes like really delicate items nicely on my washer. I would put it on a low, if you're going to wash it, I'd put it like on a low soil, the gentlest of gentles, if you wanted that little spot out. Otherwise, it's in really, really great condition. Just a fun one. So let me move that to the stage. I thought I did. I'm so sorry. All right, so that is running now. Another really pretty hand. Really unique, I feel like. Super cool tote. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, so this next piece, this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The girl I got it from told me that her great-grandmother, made this bag when she was in Lithuania. Like the girl's Lithuanian, and her grandma made it. Handmade this gorgeous bag in Lithuania. So wait till you see this. Oh, this one's so pretty. It's so hard to see. This is a giant cool work on velvet bag. Can you guys see that? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's stunning. It's so pretty. So let me try to grab. I know I'm going to totally... Oh, no, I didn't. Lithuania. Handmade bag. Oops. All right, so this one's going to have a higher start price because it is older and there's a lot of work in there. I'm just going to show you it up closer. Okay, so look at this. It is in really, really nice condition. The crewel work is just amazing. Just amazing. Like spot on. The knots are gorgeous on this. So pretty. So much work in there. The middle rose is just, I mean, look how big. Okay, my hand, I have big hands, and this is big. Really, really pretty. It is made on velvet. Okay. The other side is just plain black. Here is the hardware on there. Okay, and then she used like cording, braided cording. Now, right here at the top you can see it's one piece that she wove through there. So she used one giant cording. Right here at the top where she just simply tied it together, you can see that it's like frayed, right, where she tied it together. So you could leave it like that, or you could cut it and it would shorten it by a couple of inches. And then she put this fabulous, here's the zipper. She put this fabulous cord on the inside with a pocket. Okay. She probably made it in the 60s from the hardware on it. I think she made it in the 60s. And I know because the grandmother, the granddaughter, the grandmom lived up the road from my parents. I used to go trick-or-treating at her house. And I know she was Lithuanian. for sure. And this is huge. Like, gosh, it's really big. It is 20 inches long. I'm sorry, you have to look at my office mess on the side there. 20 inches long by 18 inches. So it's a really, just a stunner of a bag. So that is running now. Anybody is interested. If not, she will be in the shop. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, and I have couple more things to show you, and then I'm going to be signing off because it's already almost midnight, guys. So 2 more purses that I pulled. And actually, I will only run them if somebody wants me to. So this one is like a little hat box kind of purse. Okay. You can see, I'm just showing it up front, up close. It's on the smaller side, okay, as far as the overall. So it's about 7 inches by 6 inches, but it's pretty wide. Okay, so it's like a good 3 inches wide. Here is your bottom of the bag. You can see there's some wear, minor wear on there, on the metal on the top as well. It's patent leather, really long patent leather straps that are adjustable. And then here it opens up like this. Oops, and I want to say it's a Comico. Yes. Oops. There is your inside. Don't really see, not really any staining that I can see. Okay. Doesn't really have any overt smells or anything like that either. Okay, so anybody is interested in that, I can run that for $10. And just tell me to run it. Cute. Cute. I guess like a pillbox purse. Not sure what the exact name is of that. All right. The last thing I had pulled is this Carlos Falchi leather purse from the 80s. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, love this. It's really, really, really a cool gem. Definitely leather. Here is the back. Minor general vintage wear. It's a nice long skinny strap on it. Oops. You can see the details in that. That's all hand worked, overlaid on that. Magnetic closure, and there is your Carlos Falchi. But overall, a really cool piece by him. Anybody wants this run, I'll run it for $15. And a fabulous 80s piece from him. Nice leather. All right. All right, friends. Well, that is what I have. That's what I can get through tonight. If there's nothing else anyone would like to see again, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much, friends, for hopping on with me. Thank you for spending time with us all afternoon and evening. I know everyone on the train so appreciates all of you and all of your time that you spend with us looking at our lovely things. I believe tomorrow night, yes, tomorrow night we have a cross market train with Vamp. So that'll be lots of fun. So make sure you stay tuned to the announcements. I'm sure Samantha will be sharing that tomorrow for you. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week and has a fabulous rest of your night if you're on the East Coast. West Coast. But again, thank you so much, everybody. Have a fabulous night.